Your Excellencies, dear guests from the region, from the European Union, United States of America and Canada, distinguished representatives of Montenegrin institutions, civil sectors, and other participants, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first conference of all the members of the LGBT population that is organized by a government from the Western Balkans. And I would be open with you that I'm very happy that we are organizing the conference and that I'm honored as Vice President of the government that I will contribute to its success. This is the result of our general commitment to promote and affirm European values, among which the principle of anti-discrimination holds particular position and of importance. This is the result of cooperation with International Academic Conference, Justice in the Balkans, Institute Williams of the University of California, Sociology Department of University of London, Sweden, and European Commission for Sexual Orientation. And we are particularly in this regard indebted to the Royal Embassy of Netherlands. I want to thank those who boycotted the conference. This international conference that is dedicated to anti-discrimination commitment denied themselves in that way, those who boycotted, of the position to discuss this important issue. And they do that by saying on the pretext that we are just putting the check on the list of the European agenda without essentially fighting against discrimination. Even if we are hypothetically looking into this side of the argument, and if one sees that as only the way to do what the European Commission does, which is not the case anyway, in any way, we believe this conference would be important and is important at that. We want to quash Montenegrin stereotypes. This conference is the new beginning for us, and we believe that in the incoming days everyone will have understanding for that. The theme that gathered us together towards Europe, towards equality, is the opportunity to be envied by even the most distinct academic centers. We will have expert debates here, but also the trainings for judges, prosecutors, law enforcement officers, and defenders of human rights. We are going to learn from the best practices of most developed countries, and we will consider the models, how to improve the models for protection against discrimination. Sexual orientation and gender identity are an integral part of every person and should never serve as the basis for discrimination. This is the basic pillar of anti-discrimination policy that the government endorses and that will guide us in our further fight for protection of human rights and of the rights of LGBT people. And we want to create the setting of equality and freedom for all. Unity in diversity is not only European motto, it is our national creed as well. On the other side, we are very well aware that not any country can be immune from discrimination and on the basis of sexual orientation or identity, gender identity. We are well aware that traditional frames of mind hamper our strives towards crushing those stereotypes. In this sense, the government provides technical support for the Pride Parade that was a timely help, but unfortunately it did not take place. We did not want to rush into actions. We want to shape and to change behaviors, to change the frames of mind, and we want to create equal rights and freedoms for all persons of diverse identities and orientations, sexual ones included, and we wanted by adopting the law on prohibition of discrimination to prohibit this form of discrimination, and this is very important initial step. Today's event is one of the endeavors and strives toward enforcing this legislation, training our law enforcement staff and all others who are in charge of having laws enforced. I believe is a good path towards our goal in order to provide good instruments and methods to meet our objective. I want to illustrate it by a good example of the work of police towards protecting the vulnerable groups, and policemen from Montenegro took the training in Canada and United States in order to make be sensitive towards LGBT population's protection, and we want to commend and to show off with the awards that our police got from the famous, renowned Canadian lawyer Douglas Elliott. And we want to thank today to all those who helped us on this way. We have also, as the government, formed and established a Council for Protection from Discrimination, headed by the Prime Minister himself, and the representative from NGOs who work with and who are focused on LGBT rights protection will be member of that group. And I want to tell you that on our path towards European integrations, we as the government of Montenegro will fully and with full dedication work towards protection of identity and sexual orientation of every single citizen of Montenegro. And we are the only member of the Council of Europe which has been accepted as the first beneficiary of a big project, LGBT project, to start on 1st December. Our conference does not want to affirm our government in our country, nor to promote Montenegro in Europe, but it serves exclusively for the protection and affirmation of human rights in our society. We want to make it efficient, and we want to make it with the greatest partnership with civil sector, with due respect of the competence and authority of the government in terms of creating and enforcing the policies that our state is to enforce. And I'm sure that the NGOs will understand their position in our partnership. I want to thank the European Commission for the opinion they gave about our application to the membership that helped us come closer to understanding and grasping the subject matter related to LGBT population in our country. I bid you a warm welcome and want you to feel at home here in Montenegro.